Hello guys, and welcome to this tutorial. I'm going to try and teach you from a distance how to do the editing and encoding for those people who are getting stuck. So the first thing is, on the far machine which is near the telephone in my office, the dual screen machine, if one person switches it on, those who haven't had their videos converted or got to convert new videos, you would go and connect the camera to that machine with the USB and then connect your USB hard drive. Copy the footage to the hard drive and then you are ready. So then you open up Adobe's Media Encoder, which you'll see on the list, hopefully up here, or it's in all programs. It's called Adobe Media Encoder, and then you go to Add. If you've got something already in the list here, you can remove it if you don't want to get confused. You need to put every single piece of video that you're using for your project into one video folder. So all the music, all the video, all the titles, everything needs to live in there. If you go and put it elsewhere, it will create a link to that file, and if you move it from machine to machine, you can't find it. So this is really important that you listen and get that sorted. So you basically click on the file that you want to convert. So this might be your video that you recorded from your camera, which is on your external Plexstor hard drive. So you'd go to that folder from here and then show it where it is, and then you click either all of them using the shift and selecting the first one and the last one, or just pressing Control and then clicking on each one that you want to convert it. I'm just going to convert one because it takes some time. And then you press Open. When you press Open, it then puts it into the file and then the list. And if it's not already set up, it should be on the Microsoft and PAL-DV. So if it's not, go down on that, click on that arrow, and then you come down on the list using the arrow keys or using the mouse to go up and down, and then click Microsoft AVI and click on the arrow again, and you must have PAL-DV. That is the British format, NTSC is the American format. So you can leave this folder as it is, because that will then put it in the folder that you had it originally. So if it's your Plexstor, it will then put the AVI file in there, and then you want to press Start. If you've got more than one, it will then do one at a time through that list. And then you'll see a little video clip here of it being converted from one format into another, and you can see how long it will take. Usually this is fairly accurate, but sometimes it does get itself in a muddle, so you know, it can take 10 or 20 minutes. It just depends on how long your original footage is. But for your short scenes for the music video, they haven't taken very long. So you just got to make sure that each one is then recorded. Okay, I'm going to let that carry on in order to do another copy of it, and then I'll show you with Premiere. So this is the steps for all the people who need to convert from either the camcorder or the .movies. There is one group who's got a .movie file which they used on their own camcorder, so that needs to be converted as a Microsoft AVI PAL-DV, and then convert it here, and then leave your hard drive in there, and then that can be added to that folder when it's been converted. Okay, I think Danielle is probably the best one to show you the editing process, but I'm just going to go and show you a quick process so that you can get started yourself. You want to go to all programs and under the Adobe folder you've got cs3, and then further down here you've got Adobe Premiere Pro. cs3 Premiere Pro is the program that we're using for video editing. Remember it, because next year you're going to need to learn it quite well. So Premiere Pro CS3 does all the editing. This program is quite a memory hungry program, so if you've got anything else open, especially Photoshop, close that down. Okay, don't have a lot of other stuff open, internet or PowerPoint or anything like that. If that's open, then close that down. Now on the screen recording you will see that the screen size is slightly different on yours, but once it opens up you should be fine. You need to create a new folder, and I'm going to create a new folder, a project, just to show you. All the new people who haven't started editing, they just needed to follow these steps. You go to DV and then PAL, and then standard 48 kilohertz. That is the UK version, and then you tell it where to go, probably your Plexstore drive that the external hard drive that you put in, and then you create a folder in there, and I created one called Premiere Editing, and everything needs to go into that folder. And this is the test music video, whatever your video is called, you call it there. You just have to do this right at the beginning for the first time, and then you don't have to worry about it. Then this is your edit windows and your final monitor windows. Whatever you see in this monitor is what you're going to get on the final recording. It looks quite complex, but it's quite straightforward once you get used to it. Again, if you are stuck, there's some great tutorials online on YouTube and on Google. If you just type in Premiere Editing, and if you ever get stuck, there's help here. Okay, if you hover over any of the buttons in the middle, it will tell you what the button does. So the first thing we want to do is import all our resources. Our resources are the audio and the video. I'm just going to rename this. Okay. You can click on each one or press Control and click and then open up each one. And that file that I was trying to open is corrupted, so it's crashed. If this happens, just close the program. Don't panic. Don't panic. Premiere Pro. So you just open it up again. So try and remember what caused it to crash, and then don't do it again, or do it slightly differently. And I'll show you how to import the other video. If it's finished, it's nearly finished, and it's in this folder. So 18 seconds, and while Premiere is opening up, six, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that's finished. So that's in okay, there it is. I want to copy that and put it on the E drive and in the Premiere folder, which I was just telling you about. And this other one delete because I know it's corrupt. Okay, so open project once you've saved the previous one. If you've saved it, it would be in the E drive, in the Premiere, and then test a music video. Okay, just say okay to that. Let's see if this works now. Premiere and Photoshop, you remember, is both using the processor and the memory intensively to do computations, so it will crash. It is normal, so don't panic. Import when you're ready. Right, so I'm interested in the audio and the video, and I import it, right click and import. The other clips that you got, you can put it into here and then bring it in one at a time. Okay, this file is quite large and I should have got a better Control S is the shortcut for save, and you see the star there. That means you haven't saved it. Until you save it, that star doesn't go away, and you need to constantly keep saving it, otherwise you will be going back and forth doing the same steps. So if it crashes now, it should then allow me to import the video better. So see, I save it again to make sure I don't have to. Right, okay. Put the audio track, because we're doing a music video, you put the audio track in, and this is the timeline. From left to right, you work from the left hand side all the way to the right. And this is the time in terms of the time goes from 0 all the way to 3 minutes and 17 seconds. So if you want to zoom in to get in to do editing at this point, you can zoom in and out using that. And there's keyboard shortcuts, you can find out what they are. And what you want to do the first time you watch it is put your music track in, press play, which is a space bar. You can hit play there, and as it's playing you want to press the star number lock, and that will okay, it's a bit slow because for this exercise I'm trying to record what I'm doing. So Premiere is complaining because he's got that large file to deal with, and then he's got this recording happening in the background.